What's up? Dennis here, Analog Archives. Alright, today I'm going to do a video for Matt over at the Accusation Network. He is doing a contest right now on his 5,000 subscribers. So congratulations, Matt, with 5,000 subscribers. Matt's a cool guy, older guy about the same age as me. So he grew up during the scene and everything. Go check out his channel. He does like a lot of like upcoming metal releases. He'll do like record store day releases that are, maybe worth picking up if you guys are into that kind of thing. That kind of shit. A lot of vinyl stuff. He'll pull out some OGs as well. We talk offline as well too. So I wanted to do this video to support him. And his channel, because he's fucking amazing at like editing and all sorts of shit. So real professional when it comes to his videos. He spends a lot of time on them, unlike myself. But anyways, he had some cool questions too. You had to think about them a little bit. So some of them were pretty tough, but I thought they were pretty good. So go check out his video, check out his channel. I'll leave a link. He had contacted me saying that he had this contest going on, so I wanted to support him. That's kind of what the VC is about, got to support all these other channels, especially, the guys that you do talk to and stuff like that. So, go check him out, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do, or go do a fucking video. He's giving away some records. Don't remember what they actually were. I saw them. Go check out his video so you can see exactly what records he's giving away. But anyways, let's get started. I'm going to read this shit off my phone, so bear with me. First, what we're jamming. This is Psychodrama. These guys were from Colorado. Power metal band. I think this came out in like 95 or so. Yeah, pretty cool. I just pulled this out of the archives. I think it was on, got a nice fold out. You can see these rockin' dudes. But if you like Sabotage and, I don't know, like Fate's Warning. It's a little progressive as well. Maybe a little Dream Theater in there or something, but I liked it. It's good. Check it out. All right. First question. Show me an album with a guest performer who really brings something to the music that he or she is on. Tell me what you dig about this appearance as well. So what I picked was Cancer, Death Shall Rise. Obviously James Murphy. And he doesn't bring a whole lot to the songs. I mean, as far as he didn't write any of these songs, but he did a lot of the solos. I guess he was just hanging out at the studio after Obituary, and they were like, "Dude, you want to do some solos?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then he joined the band. So, but this was the only album he was on, and it seems like he's always on a record, like Cause of Death or what's the other one he's on? Spiritual Healing. But this is a really good record, actually. Where the first one was more kind of not taken very serious. I thought he brought a lot of credibility to the band, so that's what I think I think like this made the band more of a credible death metal band. Even though he's just basically a guest performer on here, but he brought something to that with his solos. And I think the first song too, Hung, Drawn, and Quartered, Glenn Benton does the background vocals on the chorus. So it's another cool little tidbit on there. And this cover is just fucking amazing. I can't stop looking at that guy's extremely long arm. But Cancer, Death Shall Rise, killer band. These guys are from the UK. I think this came out in like 91, 92. 1990? I don't know, I can't read that. But somewhere around there. But you guys should all know this already. Recorded This had more of a Florida sound to it than their previous record did. Recorded at Morrisound Studios, so you know what you're gonna get there. But yeah, killer record, James Murphy. Next question. We have, show me an album from the band's discography where a member is only on that release and then quits or dies or is fired. Okay, so for me, and it's a big one, especially on this record, and it's kind of like Cancer in a way, Alcatraz, No Parole from Rock and Roll, and the member on this is Mr. Yngwie Malmsteen. So, not sure how he ended up with these guys, but he did. These guys are obviously, who was the singer? The guy from Rainbow. Graham Bonnet. So, and this is on Rockshire Records, but I think this was kind of I like the song Hiroshima, that's a sick song. Insert there. Obviously, I think this was a re-release. These are all OG presses, by the way. But yeah, Yngwie fucking smokes on here, and I guess I was reading a little bit about it, and I guess what happened was him and Bonnet got into an argument because people were more like focused on Yngwie's guitar, and he fucked around with his amp or something, and Yngwie got pissed. Bonnet poked him with a fucking mic stand, and Yngwie punched him, and he was out of the band. So this was the only thing that Yngwie was on besides a live album that was released during that time. But I don't really count that as a record. That's just him playing these songs on here. So, but yeah, Islands in the Sun. That was the fucking radio hit. General Hospital. Fuck Bigfoot, dude. Gotta check out Bigfoot. Badass song. Incubus is a fucking ripper, man. That's with Yngwie, that he just fucking jams the shit out on that song. But yeah, if you like Yngwie Malmsteen and you like Rainbow or anything with like Richie Blackmore, stuff like that. I mean, Yngwie was a huge Blackmore fan. I'm sure that's why he joined this band, because Bonnet was singing on it. But anyways, check this out. Fucking killer hard rock, heavy metal. Check it. All right, up next. Show me an album with a track that contains vocals that are not human. So basically an animal as a guest vocalist on a record, even if it's in the background. So what I picked here was Exodus, Pleasures of the Flesh. And the song Pleasures of the Flesh, man. Obviously about cannibals. I think it was actually from Cannibal Holocaust, was where they got the inspiration to write the song. I'm not 100% positive if it was Holocaust or Cannibal Ferox, but it was one of those movies. And in the background there's like, first off, I think one of the guys makes monkey noises, and then it goes into like, you can hear monkeys and birds and all sorts of jungle animals in the background. So yeah, so that's my entry, Pleasures of the Flesh. Kind of a little bit of an underrated record. The production on this is pretty bad. It's pretty bland for an Exodus record. It's very, I guess, watered down, because they were on Capitol Records. This is Combat, but I believe it's I think it was the first thing that they were on that was like a major label as far as, I don't know, for some reason I thought Capitol was doing something with this record, but I guess I'm wrong. It just says Combat on here, so I don't know where I got that from, but anyways, yeah, it's an okay record. Like I said, I was used to hearing these songs with Bailoff on them live before I heard this record, and they were way better with Bailoff. Check out the demos if you can, because there's some demos with Bailoff singing. I think he sings Pleasures of the Flesh, and then of course on the live not re-release, but when Bailoff rejoined the band, they did a lot of these songs live. So check out that live CD as well, if you want to hear these songs how they were originally intended. No, I'm not slighting Zetro. He does a fine job on here, but these songs are written with Bailoff singing on them, so fucking killer songs. But yeah, Animals in the background. Up next, Show me an album that features atypical musical instruments of the genre. In other words, no guitar, bass, or drums, or keyboards. And the stranger the instrument, the better. Also going to rule out, I think he's ruling out some orchestral. If it's like an orchestral metal band, you can't really choose that. It has to be like a regular album with just weird instruments. And I chose Into the Pandemonium by Celtic Frost. I think this is on Combat as well. Gatefold. Kind of a weird record. I'm not a big fan of this record, honestly. Has some cool songs on it. I think they kind of went out of the box as far as like trying to do something different, I guess. But I mean, that was kind of how Celtic Frost was, honestly. If you think about it, they were always trying to do something groundbreaking, I guess. Their music just progressed until, I mean, you had Cherry Orchards, and then they kind of lost their. After that, they tried to like recoup and go back and with Vanity Nemesis and stuff like that, and try to go back to that style. It just, I don't know, man. It just wasn't really working. And this album is more of a. It does have some good songs. I like Babylon Fell, Inner Sanctum. But the songs on here, I'll get back to what I'm actually talking about. There's violins, cellos, French horns, and viola on this. On Oriental Masquerade, Rex Irae, which is just more of a ending, outro. It's mostly just Oriental Masquerade, that one song, and then Tristesse de la Lune actually has some of those on it as well. But yeah, so those instruments are kind of around on this record on like 3 of the tracks, but like I said, only one's like a real track, which would be Oriental Masquerade. I mean, is that the one? Or no, I'm sorry, it's Rex Irae is the actual track. But yeah, such a weird record. Again, it has like industrial stuff on here, and I don't know where they were going. Obviously, you have the horrible decision to put Mexican Radio as your opening track, which is a Wall of Voodoo cover. Just, I don't know. It's a mishmash of different ideas that doesn't really work. But I mean, I think at the time it kind of worked because people were looking for something different. And I think in '87 when this album came out, it was more of it was taken better, I guess, than it would have if it came out in like '86, or I mean not '86, but like '85 or something. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think of that record? For me, it's just okay because it's very uneven. Up next, all right, next question. We got a couple more here. Show me an album from a band whose members are from different countries. What is referred to as an international band. Maybe not different nation or for every member, but I'd say at least 2 countries total per band. So I picked basically a band that had 2 members in it. And I went with Defecation, Purity Dilution. And this is Mick and Mitch, who were not in Napalm Death together as of yet. So this was their side project, their grindcore project, which is basically a tribute to Master and Repulsion on this record. And this album fucking rules, man. I love this record. And then Mitch was in Righteous Pigs at the time, obviously Nuclear Blast Records, and Mick was in Napalm. So, and I like the sticker on here. This is a total Master Holocaust head eruption. Mick Harris of Napalm Death and Mitch Harris of Righteous Pigs, produced by Dan Loeffler of Nuclear Assault. So, kind of a predecessor almost to the Brutal Truth album cover if you kind of look at it too. So, who knows? But yeah, man, such a great record. If you haven't heard this record, you like early grindcore or early Master, or, you know, fucking early Napalm, early Funeral Bitch, shit like that. Repulsion, check it out. All right, last question. which is question number 6. Show me one of the most unusual albums in your collection. It can be packaging, artwork, vinyl, variant, you name it, but have fun with this one. So I picked 2 of these. I picked one that was metal, one that's not. The first one I'll show you is a weird ass record. It's called Monsters, and these guys were. This album's from '77. It's kind of almost like, this is a fun Halloween record, but it's weird. It's got songs like Transylvania Disco Hustle, Just an Animal, and like on every song you have like vocals are by different people. Like the vocals on this one are by Dracula, then you have Frankenstein's Monster, Wolfman, and so they sing on different songs. Lie Down in My Coffin, Gimme Gimme Good Lovin', Love at First Bite, The Mummy. But yeah, this is kind of a cool record. It's like a mishmash of like disco and Kiss, if almost like the Elder Man, but if it was like a little bit more watered down, if that's possible. But yeah, this is a fun record, especially at Halloween. They do a cover of Monster Mash as well, which is cool. But yeah, just a pretty cool concept album. Kind of reminds me of Death SS, but not metal. But yeah, this is a cool record, man. If you can find this one, pick it up. Fun stuff if you like Halloween records. I do. I collect Halloween records, so I was happy to find that. And then for unusual packaging, or just kind of a cool release, is this fucking Autopsy. And this is Awakening by Gore. Awakened by Gore. It's got that silver etching on it, which is cool. The foil print on it. And what this is, and it comes in this cool like binder. It's like a photo album, and then it's got the cover, which has, you could buy this separately, I guess. And then it's got the book with like, oh, this is cool. It's got like the demo covers, and then like all the lyrics and then it's got like there's a rehearsal on here too. And it's got some pictures of some early live shows and some like flyers and stuff like that, and an interview about that time period, some pictures of rehearsal. And what's cool here is this flyer here is I was actually at that show, which is Autopsy, Immortal Fate, Plutocracy, and Exhumed at the Omni, Oakland, California, man. I remember that show. That was a sick show. I think that's one of Exhumed's first shows, honestly. But yeah, and then the vinyl itself comes in this cool book. The only thing I don't like is this photo album thing is a little, feels like it's gonna rip at any second, honestly. I don't even like to open it. But it's on gray. I'll just show you one of them. The first one has both demos on it, and then the other one has like the rehearsal, or it's got the live stuff on it, some rehearsal stuff. But it has this cool etching, if you can see that. I don't know if you can, but yeah. But yeah, it's just the album cover, but I thought that was cool. I got lucky finding this for like, I found at the used record store for like, I think it was like 25 bucks. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna grab that. I didn't even know what it was, honestly, because it doesn't say anything on it, and it was wrapped in this fucking record store I go to, wraps everything and they tape it all around. I think I looked it up on my phone and saw it was the demos, which I was like, okay, automatic purchase. I'd like to have those on vinyl, and it was better than getting just that regular release. But anyways, that's the questions. If you guys want to do one, I suggest doing one. Like I said, Matt's a cool guy. He fucking does all sorts of videos all the time, probably like once a week or so, when he can. But yeah, go check out his channel, do the contest, win some records. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.